I've earned 30 plus certifications, and I'm here to guide you to success on your exam. Welcome to the Ultimate CIS-SAM Exam Masterclass. Are you ready to crack the CIS-SAM exam in one go? You're in the right place. In this session, we'll arm you with powerful insights and hand-picked questions that can make all the difference in your exam performance. We've scanned the web using intelligent crawlers to gather the most critical and high-impact questions, all compiled into one powerful PDF resource. You can download it from the link in the description. Not only will we explore these must-practice questions, but we'll also share real exam experiences and pro tips to give you that competitive edge. Let's dive into the key questions that could shape your success. Question 1. Within software asset management, there are many key terms to understand. What is the best definition for normalization? A. One or more use rights assigned to a specific device or user. B. Classification of the acquired software. C. The process of standardizing discovered software installation to define norms. D. The process of producing a compliance position by comparing the number of software rights acquired against the normalized software inventory. E. Software license details that define use rights. Correct answer, C. The process of standardizing discovered software installation to define norms. Explanation. Normalization standardizes discovered software against ServiceNow content rules. It cleans raw discovery data so software models become consistent and accurate. Question 2. Which discovery sources are recommended by ServiceNow to populate ServiceNow software installation table? Choose 2. A. ServiceNow Service Mapping. B. HPUCMDB. C. Microsoft SCCM. D. ServiceNow Discovery. E. ServiceNow Orchestration. Correct answer, C and D. Microsoft SCCM. ServiceNow Discovery. Explanation. Microsoft SCCM and ServiceNow Discovery are the most reliable and supported sources for populating software installation records in SAM. Question 3. Creation of a template can help facilitate future data imports and be reused to import and transform data. A. True. B. False. Correct answer A. True. Explanation. Templates allow repeatable and consistent imports. They save time by storing transformation and mapping logic for future loads. Question 4. Client access is the right to use for a specific amount of time. A. True. B. False. Correct answer B. False. Explanation. Client access refers to permission granted for a client device or user, not a time-based license duration. Question 5. Coalesce can only use a single field to uniquely identify a record. A. True. B. False. Correct answer B. False. Explanation. Coalesce can use multiple fields to identify unique records. This ensures precise matching during data imports. Question 6. When receiving an order, which data point is mandatory? A. Assigned to. B. Cost. C. Asset tag. D. Serial number. Correct answer, C. Asset tag. Explanation. The asset tag uniquely identifies the received item in the asset database, making it a required field for receiving. Question 7. How are the software asset management professional plugins activated? A. They are requested from and activated by an admin user. B. They are activated by the SAM_developer user. C. They are activated by the SAM_admin user. D. They are requested from and activated by ServiceNow support. E. They are activated by default in the base ServiceNow system. Correct answer D. They are requested from and activated by ServiceNow support. Explanation. SAM Pro plugins require ServiceNow support activation because they contain licensed capabilities not activated by default. Question 8. Which of the following are true of plugins? Choose 2. A. Plugins can be disabled or deactivated when no longer in use. B. Plugins can be activated by default in the base ServiceNow system. C. When a plugin is active, you cannot hide its functionality. D. Plugins are standalone and do not depend on other plugins being activated. E. Plugins are software components that provide specific features and functionalities. Correct answer B and E. Plugins can be activated by default in the base ServiceNow system. Plugins are software components that provide specific features and functionalities. Explanation. Some plugins are active by default, and all plugins add specific functionality. Many plugins also depend on other plugins. Question 9. When receiving software related to a purchase order in ServiceNow, which data point is mandatory? A. Serial number. B. Assigned to. C. Cost. D. License key. E. Asset tag. Correct answer E. Asset tag. Explanation. Like physical assets, software assets must have an asset tag upon receipt to be tracked within the asset management lifecycle. Question 10. Which of the following are not features of the Publisher Workbench navigation tree? Choose 2. A. Expand and collapse tree links. B. List of all publishers. C. Software model compliance icons. D. Filter products. E. Compliance toggle switch. F. List of all publishers out of compliance. Correct answer B and F. List of all publishers. List of all publishers out of compliance. Explanation. The Workbench does not list all publishers nor display a list filtered by compliance status. It focuses on models and compliance data. Question 11. Mechanism for mapping data from the import set table to the permanent table in ServiceNow is called A. Mapping assist. B. Transform map. C. Reconciliation map. D. Discovery map. Correct answer B. Transform map. Explanation. A transform map connects import set tables to target tables and defines how fields should move and be transformed. Question 12. In which stage of the ServiceNow implementation methodology (SIM) is the purpose to define processes and requirements for engagement and finalize delivery plan and user stories? A. Transition. B. Close. C. Create. D. Prepare. E. Initiate. F. All of the above. Correct answer E. Initiate. Explanation. The initiate stage defines scope, requirements, and planning activities before build and implementation start. Question 13. What is used to determine if installations are a part of a suite only when the suite parent is not discovered on a device? A. Inference percent. B. Product results. C. Software model. D. Model bundles. Correct answer A. Inference percent. Explanation. Inference percent helps detect suite components based on installation patterns even when the suite parent is not discovered. Question 14. Which statements are true in regards to ServiceNow's client software distribution (CSD) functionality? Choose 2. A. Remove software daily utilizing a scheduled job. B. ServiceNow does not have client software distribution. C. The first stage in the CSD process flow is configuration. D. CSD can automatically distribute and reclaim software without a license for orchestration. Correct answer, C and D. The first stage in the CSD process flow is configuration. CSD can automatically distribute and reclaim software without a license for orchestration. Explanation. CSD begins with configuration and can distribute/reclaim software without requiring orchestration licensing. Question 15. Which of the following SAM roles has permission to grant a user the script writing capability? A. Discover_admin. B. SAM_admin. C. SAM_developer. D. Asset. Correct answer B. SAM_admin. Explanation. Only the SAM_admin role can grant elevated scripting capabilities to SAM developers. Question 16. Within the capability blueprint there are 4 tiers identified. Which tier is identified as Tier 1? A. Strategic conformance. B. Operational integration. C. Trustworthy data. D. Practical management. Correct answer C. Trustworthy data. Explanation. Trustworthy data is the foundation, Tier 1, because accurate data is essential for higher maturity SAM processes. Question 17. Which of the following are available publisher packs? Choose 4. A. SAP. B. OpenVMS. C. Citrix. D. NetSuite. E. Oracle. F. IBM. Correct answer A, C, E, and F. SAP. Citrix. Oracle. IBM. Explanation. SAP, Citrix, Oracle, and IBM have official ServiceNow publisher packs. OpenVMS and NetSuite do not. Question 18. Which of the following features aggregates usage over a period of time and specifies a minimum number of hours the software must be used, or date last used? A. Software usage metering. B. Software reconciliation rule. C. Software reclamation type. D. Software consumption rule. E. Software reclamation rule. Correct answer E. Software reclamation rule. Explanation. Reclamation rules use usage aggregation to decide whether software should be reclaimed due to low or no usage. Question 19. By default, which user role must verify the successful activation of plugins by ServiceNow support? A. SAM_user. B. Asset_admin. C. SAM_admin. D. sys_admin. Correct answer C. SAM_admin. Explanation. The SAM_admin role validates plugin activation because they manage SAM Pro lifecycle and configuration. Question 20. When populating software usage records automatically via Microsoft SCCM, which plugins are required? Choose 2. A. Microsoft Publisher Pack plugin. B. Microsoft SCCM Software Usage plugin. C. Microsoft SCCM Integration plugin. D. Performance Analytics Premium for SAM plugin. E. Orchestration Client Software Distribution plugin. Correct answer B and C. Microsoft SCCM Software Usage plugin. Microsoft SCCM Integration plugin. Explanation. SCCM usage integration requires both the SCCM Integration plugin and the SCCM Software Usage plugin. Question 21. An allocation is automatically created in which of the following scenarios? Choose 2. A. After receiving the rights for software from a purchase order. B. After a create allocation remediation option has been taken. C. After reconciliation runs and identifies that rights are not allocated in use. D. When a software installation is discovered. E. After successfully sourcing a request via an existing entitlement. Correct answer B and C. After a create allocation remediation option has been taken. After reconciliation runs and identifies that rights are not allocated in use. Explanation. Allocations auto-create during remediation or when reconciliation finds unallocated but active usage. Question 22. In the ServiceNow base platform, which roles have the ability to refresh processor definitions? A. SAM_user/SAM_admin/sys_admin. B. SAM_user/sys_admin. C. SAM_admin/sys_admin. D. sys_admin/asset_admin. Correct answer, C. SAM_admin/sys_admin. Explanation. Only SAM_admin and sys_admin have access to refresh processor definitions. Question 23. Which of the following are required to import usage data using SCCM data? Choose 3. A. Reclamation candidate. B. Software product. C. SCCM application. D. Software models. E. Product process. F. Reclamation rule. Correct answer B, E, and F. Software product. Product process. Reclamation rule. Explanation. Software product, product process, and reclamation rules are required structures to process SCCM usage data. Question 24. Software usage data can be imported utilizing A. Transform map. B. Other third-party sources. C. System Center Configuration Manager, SCCM. D. Manually. Correct answer, C. System Center Configuration Manager, SCCM. Explanation. SCCM is the supported ingestion method for software usage data in SAM. Question 25. Which statement is incorrect with regards to on-premise import and export of content service data? A. Clicking on the Manage Software Library module takes the user to an interceptor page where they can select to import or export data. B. On-premise instances do not receive automatic software library updates. C. Normalization content is eligible for the export feature. D. By default, you are opted into the Manage On-Premise Library plugin. E. You must opt into the SAM Content Service through the Content Service Setup page. Correct answer E. You must opt into the SAM Content Service through the Content Service Setup page. Explanation. Opt-in is not required for Content Service. The incorrect statement is option E. Question 26. If a value from an import does not exist in ServiceNow and the import should not create a new record, which option should be selected? A. Reject. B. Create. C. Delete. D. Ignore. Correct answer A. Reject. Explanation. Reject prevents new record creation when an incoming value does not match existing data. Question 27. When loading a medium amount of data, which is the best method to use? A. Use discovery to find software on the network. B. Modify a workflow. C. Manually add through ServiceNow forms. D. Import data. E. Create a business rule. Correct answer D. Import data. Explanation. Importing data is the most efficient and scalable method for medium-sized datasets. Question 28. What is the first key step prior to uploading your entitlement import data via the ServiceNow provided template? A. Ensure you have filled out every field in the template file. B. Ensure the entitlement data is listed on the first tab. C. Ensure you have downloaded and used the latest version of the template file. D. Ensure you have the SAM_user role. Correct answer, C. Ensure you have downloaded and used the latest version of the template file. Explanation. Using the latest template ensures the correct structure and field mappings during import. Question 29. What are 3 ways to get software asset data into ServiceNow? A. Clone, background script, discovery. B. Import data, plug and clone. C. Discovery, import data, manual. D. Plugin, background script, manual. Correct answer, C. Discovery, import data, manual. Explanation. Software asset information can be entered manually, imported, or discovered automatically. Question 30. When specified during an entitlement import, which of the following is matched to data in the content service library and used to create a software model automatically? A. Purchase order PO. B. Software model. C. Publisher part number PPN. D. Asset tag. Correct answer, C. Publisher part number PPN. Explanation. PPN uniquely identifies software in the content library and enables automatic software model creation. Please revise full PDF 2 to 3 times for 100% success. Check the description for the PDF download link and don't forget to subscribe to this channel for upcoming episodes. Thank you.